calls are growing louder for Zimbabwe to tap into outside fiscal funding for education as the sector continues to grapple with inadequate resources. The latest plea came at a pre-national budget meeting for education that was in Harare today. Let's get more details in this report.
Legislators, civil society and government met in Harare today to discuss the forthcoming national budget presentation set for November. The talks focused on limited financing for early childhood education and the prospects for increasing allocations in the 2026 budget. Stakeholders are increasingly urging Zimbabwe to explore alternative funding beyond the fiscus to ensure early childhood education is adequately supported.
Therefore, must come up with other taxes that are specifically for funding our education from domestic resources. But I don't recommend that we must go and tax the already burdened Zimbabwean who's paying a lot of taxes. We must identify new revenue opportunities, not to go back to the same taxed person, but to go to those institutions that, for instance, are benefiting hugely.
Last year, the entire education sector, including tertiary, received about 18% of the national budget. Only 2.5% of that went to early childhood education. Both figures fall short of international standards, which require countries to dedicate 20% of the national budget to education and at least 10% of the education budget to early childhood learning. The Education Ministry says it is doing what it can with the funds released, but admits it is not enough.
The Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education has been encouraging a lot of public-private partnerships to supplement government, particularly in respect of infrastructure and construction of schools. You will notice that we have a deficit of upwards of 2,000 schools countrywide, and our greatest need is the construction of new schools, particularly in areas that are new settlement.
Experts say investing in early childhood development delivers greater returns in human capital later in life. Despite repeated calls for more funding, early childhood development remains underfunded in Zimbabwe. The Zimbabwean network of early childhood actors who organized the meeting says it will keep pushing, hoping the 2026 budget will bring better results.
For early childhood development, we are looking forward for more funds to be allocated to early childhood development. Of course, when the funds are allocated, we are looking forward also for the utilization of those funds. And it means the government has also have to disburse the funds on time. And when it comes to the end of the year, the funds which were allocated would have been dispersed and also be utilized.
Calls were also made for government to recruit more trained teachers for the early childhood development level. Cheryl Munjenjema for ZTN News in Harare.